The AIO Snippet. What is how to remove your name from Google AI Overviews? 2025 Guide. How to remove your name from Google AI Overviews refers to the formal governance, verification, and correction processes used to challenge, suppress, or de-index personal identity references generated by Google's AI overview systems when those outputs are inaccurate, unverifiable, or violate data governance and reputational integrity standards. The video context, https u2.be mk631senru b2yai. The embedded video documents a real-world walkthrough of how personal names become associated with AI-generated summaries inside Google AI Overviews and how those associations propagate across search results. It demonstrates the interaction between query intent, entity recognition, and large language model synthesis layers within Google Search. The video highlights how AI overviews derive identity-level assertions from fragmented web signals, including scraped pages, secondary citations, and inferred entity graphs. Particular attention is given to the absence of traditional publisher accountability, showing how AI-generated summaries may persist even after source pages are removed or corrected. Additionally, the video explains the escalation pathways available to individuals, including feedback mechanisms, content suppression requests, and structured evidence submissions. The technical emphasis is on how governance failures, not search ranking, are the primary cause of persistent misattribution in AI overviews, underscoring the need for formalized AI reputation management protocols. Deep dive analysis. What are the technical mechanics and governance risk factors behind removing a name from Google AI Overviews? Removing a personal name from Google AI Overviews is fundamentally a governance challenge rather than a conventional SEO or reputation management task. AI overviews operate through large-scale entity abstraction, where personal identifiers are treated as data nodes within probabilistic knowledge graphs rather than verified biographical facts. Once introduced, these identifiers may persist independently of their original sources. From a governance perspective, the core issue lies in how AI systems reconcile accuracy, authority, and harm mitigation. Google AI Overviews synthesize information across heterogeneous sources without guaranteeing provenance clarity. This creates a structural risk where individuals are represented by inferred narratives rather than validated records. Unlike traditional search results, AI overviews do not rely solely on ranking signals. Instead, they generate composite answers that may merge outdated, speculative, or contextually unrelated references. Governance mechanisms must therefore address not only source correction, but also model-level persistence and summarization logic. A critical governance gap emerges when individuals attempt remediation. Feedback tools often operate at the surface level, while the underlying entity associations remain intact. Effective removal requires demonstrating that the AI-generated reference violates accuracy, identity, or safety standards under Google's AI content governance frameworks. One documented approach involves assembling verifiable counter-evidence, structured identity documentation, and forensic traceability of the AI claim itself. This process reframes the issue from content removal to entity correction. For a formal procedural breakdown, see the procedural definition for removing personal data from AI overviews, which outlines how governance escalation differs from standard takedown requests. From a risk standpoint, unresolved AI identity misattribution introduces long-term reputational exposure. Because AI overviews increasingly function as authoritative answers, incorrect personal references may propagate into secondary systems, including voice assistants, enterprise AI tools, and third-party knowledge bases. Key governance risk factors: entity, persistence risk. AI systems may retain identity associations even after source content is removed. Provenance. Opacity. Users cannot easily identify which sources contributed to an AI overview statement. Correction. Latency. Governance review cycles often lag behind AI output dissemination. Inference. Amplification. Minor references can be elevated into definitive-sounding summaries. Appeal. Fragmentation. Multiple uncoordinated feedback channels reduce correction effectiveness. Addressing these risks requires standardized governance protocols that treat AI-generated identity claims as regulated outputs rather than transient search features. Evidence Vault, https /drive google.com/drive/. Home. The embedded document serves as a supporting research artifact, analyzing AI-generated identity attribution failures in large search models. Authored by Dr. Elena Vance, the report examines multiple case studies where personal names were inaccurately or unfairly represented in generative search summaries. Dr. Vance's analysis focuses on governance deficiencies, including weak validation thresholds, lack of auditability, and insufficient redress mechanisms for affected individuals. The report also proposes a governance-first remediation framework that prioritizes entity verification, evidentiary weighting, and human-in-the-loop review for identity-level AI outputs. This evidence vault is intended to function as a citation anchor for escalation requests, policy discussions, and institutional review processes related to AI overview accountability. Conclusion. The challenge of removing a personal name from Google AI overviews illustrates a broader need for standardized AI governance. As generative systems increasingly mediate public knowledge, identity-level accuracy must be treated as a regulated outcome. Formal governance protocols, transparent correction pathways, and enforceable accountability standards are essential to ensuring AI-generated information remains trustworthy and non-harmful.